Niner offense set to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
A gain of 14. First down, San Francisco.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing, Bridgewater. Dancing to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Randy Gregory able to get in there and drop him behind the line. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Niners on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
51, Mike 51. We own it. We own it.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Bridgewater. Flushed it, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Darren Lee in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 36. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. By the way, they're into the second quarter now out in Carson. The Chargers out to an early lead over the Chiefs. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a dump off here complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So following the run by Gordon, here's first and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Throwing, Jones. Sets up the screen to Gordon. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a third down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Hey, foxtrot.
From the gun on third down, Jones. Through an opening, and there he goes. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Here's Jones. Throwing again. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Here's Bridgewater. It's caught here by Adams. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Seibert able to knock this one through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
And it's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Oh, yeah. Here we go again. Here we go again. Hey, check.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 99. Check 99.
Here's Gordon. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tighten down. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Ship. Go.
Now Jones. Escaping the pressure right. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46.
Show it up. Show it up.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Kill. 36.
Hey, Jet, snap.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
Hey, Zoo. Ready?
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Like Mike 22, he's coming. Yo, go, go. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, wahoo. You don't want it. Mike 22, Mike 22. Here we go, here we go. Mike on the book, lead dribble.
Jones now from the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On second down, they'll run with White. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Double dog, that's the way.
They go right back to White here on first down. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down now, it's White, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 5. They gonna need some therapy after this. Hey, check, move. Watch 55. Guys, it's game situation. Sponge. No.
Bridgewater to throw it. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jalen Smith able to take him down. It's a loss of 3.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Come on. Check 52. Slam.
80 weapon.
Check. Let's go.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Keep playing Let's get it.
Ready.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You draw quarters.
Set.
Hey, high 7.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. I'm coming.
Get it.
On third down, Jones. And able to find Dorsett. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Here we go. 60 Pittsburgh. Protein spill.
Watch the twist. Check.
Hit it.
Now Jones on first down. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Jones now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. No. Hey, watch that.
Topper.
54. I got him. Check 24. Switch.
Shot.
Gordon, not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Here we go. Set. 10-2 saw. 61. Matchbox.
On first down, it's Gordon. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
65.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Hill, the intended receiver once again. That'll bring up second down.
Back at the 34-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 out roll. Hey,
From the gun, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Linval Joseph busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. Open man is Higgins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Check that out.
To throw is Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Let's go, defense. Hey, man, let's go.
Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. And down he goes. A sack. They sack him back across midfield at about the 48-yard line. Linval Joseph. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position.
Ready? 18 Gator.
Mike 54. Here I come. Kill.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if you picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Now Gordon. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It'll be a 1st down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Today's
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for L.A., it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.